Welcome to the Maximize Business Value podcast. This podcast is brought to you by Mastery Partners, where our mission is to equip business owners to maximize business value so they can transition their business on their terms. Our mission was born from the lessons we've learned from over 100 business transactions, which fuels our desire to share our experiences and wisdom so you can succeed. Now here's your host, CEO, Mastery Partners, Tom Bronson.
Hi again, Tom Bronson here, and welcome to Maximize Business Value, a podcast for business owners who are passionate about building long-term sustainable value in your business. Every business on the planet will eventually transition. Are you getting tired of hearing that? Wouldn't it be better to transition your business by design rather than default? Well, if you want to design your ideal exit, you found the right place. This is where we give all kinds of practical information on how to do that. This episode is part of our series from my latest book, Maximize Business Value Playbook, 65 specific actions to dramatically increase the value of your business. Today, we're on chapter 37, Rightsizing Your Service Providers. So consolidate and optimize your service providers. Let me jump right out here and say that it might appear that I'm going to take a different stand next week when you listen to the podcast, when I tell you to diversify your suppliers. But both of these concepts can live in harmony. Let me explain. Right size means to adjust to the appropriate size. Often, small businesses just have too many service providers, which leads to inefficiencies in processes and operations. Purchasing similar products from different places means more purchase orders, means more shipping and receiving, and likely means higher costs per item. By combining these into a smaller number of providers, the business will likely gain operational efficiencies and lower costs for products and services. Right sizing develops closer relationships with those chosen suppliers who will then be in a better position to assist you when the time comes. A great example of this is a large restaurant chain that over time added technology providers. We happened to work with a consultant working with that group. One day, they realized that they had 36 different providers for the various technologies they used in their restaurants. So they embarked on a technology rationalization project and ultimately reduced the number of providers to less than 10. They eventually lowered the cost of those technologies across the board. Now, I realize that scale is of an example is just enormous. But any business over time can find similar opportunities to create efficiencies like that example. My Maximize Business Value action items this week. Number one, create a list of all your vendors and the services that they provide to see what synergies might exist. Number two, routinely review that vendor list and look for ways to consolidate and lower cost. And number three, here's a hint. This concept is one of the questions of our transition readiness assessment, the tool we use to measure business readiness to transition. So you better figure this one out. Next week, I already spilled the beans. We're going to talk about diversifying your suppliers. This is the Maximize Business Value podcast, where we give practical advice to business owners on how to build long-term sustainable value in your business. If this is your first MBV podcast, or even if it's your 197th, thank you. We're glad you're here. Be sure to like and subscribe on your favorite podcast platform. Go download 197 episodes today. Also, if you happen to be listening to this episode when it first comes out in early 24, well, don't forget about the Business Transition Summit coming up on May 7th at the Schwab headquarters facility in Westlake, Texas. Don't miss this great opportunity to network with like-minded business owners, hear world-class speakers, and work on your business rather than in it. Register today at businesstransitionssummit.com. Until next time, I'm Tom Bronson, reminding you to pick one thing, just one thing, to dramatically improve the value of your business, and do it today while you maximize business value.
Thank you for tuning into the Maximize Business Value podcast with Tom Bronson. This podcast is brought to you by Mastery Partners, where our mission is to equip business owners to maximize business value so they can transition on their terms. Learn more on how to build long-term sustainable business value and get free value-building tools by visiting our website, www.masterypartners.com. That's master with a Y, masterypartners.com. Check it out.
That was perfect. I wouldn't make any changes on that.